So starting in the front right or east quadrant of the Nielson property, for fall cleanup, this is all ready to go. Everything has been properly cut back. These grasses are the right size. Their trimmings have been cleaned up. We have fluffed and raked through visible soil. Right over here, same thing. All fluffed and ready, nicely aerated, cut back. Over here, we also trimmed up the edge of the creeping jenny so it's not creeping into the road or the sidewalk. And then all fluffed throughout here, grasses cut back, weeds pulled. Same thing here, deadheading the ground cover, cutting grasses back, cleaning up. Over here as well, raked through. Same deal, all nicely fluffed. And the jenny, we really had to dial back. It was starting to get everywhere. These nice topiaries are looking good. Cleaned up around them. Weeding, cutting grasses, all the same stuff here throughout. And making sure this area looks really nice with the exposed soil around the pansies. Over here as well, keeping everything tidy. Cleaned up under and around the boxwood, so this is a nice edge line. Picking up random trimmings and leaves back here. Fluffing the soil, removing leaf debris. We moved this object as well and got behind there, although there is a bit of dip of soil. Maybe eventually we can add more soil to that area. Creeping jenny over here was trimmed up, a little bit better shape. Let's continue at the front here. This was also trimmed up around the edge and leaves removed. And also we have wrapped around 40 of the juniper trees, so all of these are ready for winter. The front here as well, and then down this pathway. Thanks. This tree, all of these ones, and we did start to rake out this area, but we can complete this tomorrow, just getting in behind here, getting in around here. The large evergreens have all been staked with fertilizer. I think that's around 30 trees. So this guy, those big ones up here, and all these are wrapped. And then when we have enough burlap, we will complete wrapping the rest of the juniper and raking out all of these areas as well. Around 85% of the tags that were still visible on the plants have been removed, covering shrubs and flowers and trees and things. So these guys were staked. I think that's the only major, oh yeah, these grasses were trimmed back to the right size. And then all these large trees also staked with fertilizer. For tomorrow, I would like to dial in this area as well. This guy was staked with fertilizer. And just remove the annuals. I know there's a couple that'll come back, but this guy can go. And then the other guy can go as well. And be pulled. And then these grasses were trimmed, but we can tidy up around them a little better. All of these junipers getting wrapped in burlap, and I also see a wasp guy hiding back there. And then down here, I'm gonna hold the railing because this was icy and slippery this morning. Careful on these steps. A little bit snowy in here. If there's less snow, love to rake this out from all the leaves on top of the boxwood as well. Definitely a lot of snow in this little chunk right there, but if we could tidy up the broken pieces, that would be amazing. Over here, really these two beds and those two by the pool would be nice to hit and make sure they're all neat and tidy. Most visible areas. Kind of a crazy corner, but if we can also zhuzh the rocks around so that it isn't as exposed. And then maybe remove dead pieces from here. It's kind of a crazy growth pattern going on, but a little bit tidying would be ideal. This guy was staked just like all the evergreens. Looks like they've got some gardens growing. I'm gonna check in and see if this is part of what we should be dealing with, but also you'll see all of the leaves over here. Be great if we can clean those up. This is like one area of major leaf cleanup. There really hasn't been too much leaf cleanup where it's, you know, just clustering all over, but we're definitely right there. And then right over here. So tomorrow as well, love to just rake through all of this and, you know, blow off the trampoline as well. We all love this turf. It's a very nice texture. It's the most realistic turf we've ever seen. Just, you know, raking things off, tidying up. I think we can definitely get this all done in a couple of days. And just more progress on what we've done up front here. I believe this tree still has to be staked, but it was raked underneath, so that's nice. This little side bed was cleared off as well. Oh, random glove there. And then under here, we cleaned up around the boxwoods. Cleaned up around here. Really wanted to dial in this front area. We could spend some time removing leaves and debris from the rocks. We did arrange them a little better so everything's more covered and even, but we can do a once over before we're done with the season for this property. Up here, well, I'll try to show you. Nice and clean and raked and fluffed. Same thing up here. Really dialed in these front sections, taking out, you know, any dead pieces and cuttings from the boxwoods. We didn't trim up any of these boxwoods since they are pretty severely cut back. Gonna let them grow for a while, but got in the nooks and crannies here, removing leaves and debris and fluffing out between these pansies so that they have a good chance of growing. Same thing in here, removing dead leaves and such. Really trying to give everything a good chance. Leaves, cutting back, weeding. Nice clean line here. Super clean on that exposed soil that we got going on. Although we can pop that little drip line in, we'll be sure to get the drip line handled before we're done for the season. And that may conclude our fall cleanup today and what we need to do tomorrow or the next day, as it could take a while to completely nail everything down for the winter. Thanks.